A lengthy convoy of Russian military vehicles were seen withdrawing from Latakia toward the Syrian city of Tartus on Monday, as soldiers stood guard. Planes periodically landed and took off from Russia's Mymimim air base in the Syrian coastal province of Latakia. In the streets of Mymimim, a bucolic town dotted with orange groves, many of the shops bear signs in Russian, a nod to the significance of the Russian military presence in the area. But whether and how long that presence will last after the fall of former Syrian President Bashar Assad is now an open question. Russia's scorched-earth intervention on behalf of its ally, Assad, once turned the tide of the Syrian civil war. In 2017, Assad's government signed a deal with Russia that offered it a free lease of both Mymimim Air Base and the Tartus naval base for 49 years. But opposition forces in the country's northwest launched a shock offensive last month that once again threatened Assad's rule. Moscow largely stood aside, although it has granted asylum to the former president and his family. Russian forces have pulled out of some areas of Syria. Russian forces and military vehicles were seen withdrawing from southern Syria on Friday toward their primary base in the coastal city of Latakia.
هنا مطار حميميم واقفين هون لحماية ممتلكات الدولة وحماية الشعب.
Several media outlets have confirmed on Sunday the discovery of mass graves in Syria linked to crimes committed years ago under Bashar al-Assad's regime. An Anadolu agency film crew captured on camera the area of the alleged mass grave in Husania, a suburb of the Syrian capital Damascus. The mass grave is located in the southeast of the capital, just behind the airport. It was discovered after the overthrow of Bashar al-Assad's regime. An Anadolu agency correspondent spoke with cemetery guard Ayman Khalil. According to Khalil, he has been working here since 2005. The agency's interlocutor said that one day a large car drove up to the cemetery. When they opened the door, an unpleasant smell spread. It seemed to me that I was going to throw up, and I walked away because I couldn't stand it, he recalls. Later, people came who he said were security officers. They called us, but I didn't go, and my friends who went didn't come back, he recalls. According to him, about 150 corpses were brought in each time. They dug a hole, brought the corpses, dumped them in there and left. At first they came during the day, then they started coming at night, he said. Since the civil war erupted in 2011, Syria has been largely inaccessible to journalists, with the Assad government imposing strict media restrictions and ongoing violence making reporting dangerous. Following Assad's ousting, journalists have returned to Syria, uncovering and verifying accounts of life under his regime. Among the other findings is a mass grave in Damascus' Tadamon district, as reported by Reuters, Sky News, and other outlets. The grave is linked to a 2013 massacre captured in a video that was released in 2022. The footage shows men in military fatigues leading blindfolded individuals to a large pit, shooting them, and pushing their bodies into the grave. The U.S. State Department said in an April 2022 statement regarding the video, that the massacre reportedly killed hundreds of Syrian civilians.